Hi again, I'm Kimberly Dykeman here with David Cantu of Life Coach Austin, one of the leading life coaches and relationship specialists here in Austin, which of course brings me to a really tough question for you. And I'm sure a lot of folks are nodding their heads when they say, I get it. You see couples all the time and they're at their wits' end. So many challenges have shown up, and I guess a big question is, when is it enough? When do you call it quits in a relationship?
You know, Kimberly, that comes up so often. I would say one of the first things for a couple or an individual to ask themselves is, you know, do you really want to end the relationship? Because real often people continue to harbor those thoughts. You know, oh, I need to get out, you know, it's not so good, it's painful, it hurts, I'm upset, my partner's horrible. And at the same time, there isn't a willingness really to end the relationship. And I think having an honesty with yourself about that and being willing to look at it and say, do you really want to get out? Or are you still really hanging on? That's a good question to ask yourself before, you know, when is it enough? When do I get out?
Right. Because acknowledging that it's got to happen, change has to happen, is a big decision. It's change, embracing that, and the ripple effects, you know, having to change maybe your living situation, your financial situation. Do you talk through this with folks? Really assessing, if the breakup happens, what are all the changes that they need to deal with?
Looking at the consequences. Okay. You're right. That's a very good point, and it's important for us to look at them. The thing is that couples have already done that, and that's how come they don't want to leave. That's why they don't leave. That's why they stay in it. And an interesting thing about change is if we would truly embrace it, that would be different. But what happens too often that makes it so hard is one or both of the people are on the fence. And that hurts. Sitting on the fence isn't a fun thing. And they're sitting there going, okay, I want to get out. Oh no, I want to stay. I want to get out. I want to stay. And that ambivalence, that uncertainty, should I come or should I go? That's poison. It makes the relationship very, very difficult. So one of the things I say to people is, look, you're already in it. So why don't, for a period of time, you stop entertaining the thought that you're going to get out, and embrace the thought instead that you're in it and you're going to do the best that you can. And you know, people will often say, well, I've already done that.
They think they have.
They think, oh.
They think they have.
Right. They think they have. And you have your partner here. Now let's both start looking at ourselves. Both of you start looking at yourselves and start asking those questions about what you're doing in the relationship that is harming it, what you can do that would improve it.
So this is going beyond the obvious reasons that people would say enough is enough, like physically, mentally, sexually abusing one another. What would be real pinpoint reasons as for someone to say, I've definitely got to end this. I don't need this crutch anymore.
Yeah, when someone is really chaotic and angry, volatile, feeling very restless with themselves, the first thing that I say to them is, this is not a good time to make a life decision. This is a great time instead to slow down, take a deep breath, but I mean take a deep breath not just literally, but give yourself a week, a month to quiet yourself emotionally, because from that, then once you get quiet, you can actually look at your decision, what you're considering, and you can decide, what, you know, should I move in that direction? Maybe I shouldn't.
So when you work with couples, are there certain things that, certain tools that you give them to work on together when they're not sitting in the office with you?
I do, and I would say the most important thing is see if you can find a way to calm yourself. Instead of being so on alert and so ready to bolt, so that's going to take a little bit of work. Meditation can be helpful. There's other things that individuals, that couples can do. Are you seeing other friends? Are you engaged with friends?
Right.
Do you exercise? Are you doing things that build you up personally? Because the more you do that, the more you bring to the relationship.
Right.
It affects the relationship then.
Well, it sounds like a relationship coach is one way that people can actually start better communicating, getting some more self-awareness, building themselves up, and acknowledging if it's a yay or a nay for that relationship, right?
I think that that's a great start. Another one, something that people can do on their own, is to have this kind of communication quiet, without the anger and the animosity, just to come to an understanding about where each one is. But coming to Life Coach Austin, that could be a good start.
I think so too. And that would be a great way for you guys to start by going to lifecoachaustin.com, checking out some videos and asking yourself if now is the right time, right?
Thank you.
You're welcome.